Welcome to the Zabbix Network Monitoring Essentials video series. In this first video I will show you the fastest way to get a working Zabbix installation. Installing Zabbix isn't exactly hard, but it takes a few extra steps. So let's start by using the Zabbix software appliance. A software appliance is a prepared disk image that you can use with your favorite virtualization software. The Zabbix developers provide different kinds of prepared images. The software appliance is mainly meant for trying out Zabbix. It will not work well if you intend to monitor a large number of hosts. Play around with it, but later consider installing Zabbix from actual binary packages as described in the second section of this video course. I'm using Ubuntu on my PC, so I prefer using VirtualBox and will get the appropriate image. To download the image, go to the zabbix.com homepage, click on Products and select Downloads. And here you see a list of available Zabbix software appliance images. If you decide to use VirtualBox, I would suggest to use the Open Virtualization Format image. I click on Download, and after a few seconds I have this image downloaded to my computer. Now the next step is to install VirtualBox on my PC. If you're not using Ubuntu, or rather Windows or Mac OS, there is also VirtualBox available for your platform. Just go to virtualbox.org, go to the Download section, and use the installer for your platform. To install additional software using Ubuntu, you start the Ubuntu Software Center, select VirtualBox from the search dialog, and install the software package. The installation of VirtualBox will take roughly a minute. I'm just speeding up the video here so you don't have to wait. Once the installation is complete, you can start the VirtualBox Control Center from your Start menu. And from here, I have to import the disk image I had just downloaded. So I click on File and select Import Appliance from the menu. Now I have to choose the file that I downloaded, which is the OVF file. The default settings are pretty reasonable. The appliance will take just half a gigabyte of RAM, roughly 1 gigabyte of hard disk, and just one virtual CPU. Now importing the image again takes a few seconds. And finally the software appliance is imported into VirtualBox. So I can click on Start and boot this virtual machine. So this is the console window, and as you see, the Zabbix appliance is now starting up. After a few seconds you can see the boot sequence. The system is now starting up, and we are good to go. You can't really see much here, this is just the text console of the server that has started up. But in fact you now have a fully operational Zabbix installation running on a virtual server. To access the web interface we need to know the IP address that the virtual machine is using. So I'm logging in as root, and the default password is Zabbix. Just keep in mind that if you're not using an English keyboard, that you type it correctly. So I'm now logged in. You don't really have to do anything here. The important information is up here, which is the IP address or the URL we need to access the web interface. And now we see the web interface. So much for this part. In the next video I will give you a brief overview over the web interface that we get from the software appliance.